Okay, using all that information that we just discussed, let's put this into practice. So what we're going to do is we are going to see what we have been given and then determine the relationship and determine which equation that we're going to use. They're either going to be equal to each other or they're going to add up to 180. And then once we find the value of x, then we're going to be able to identify all the other angle measurements. So here we are given angle 2 and angle 7. Angle 2 and 7, they are alternate exterior angles. So therefore, angle 2 is congruent to angle 7. So here is the equation we're going to use, and I'm going to substitute 7x minus 4 for angle 2, and I'm going to say it is equal to angle 7, which is represented with the expression 5x plus 10. Now we're just going to solve. So you're going to find this is not difficult at all. The main thing is just knowing the relationship between the two angles that you have been given. So it's just kind of like a puzzle. And x is going to be equal to 7. So we'll put 7 here. Now, since angle 2 and 7 are both congruent, I can use either expression to plug in 7 for x. So I'm just going to take angle 7. So angle 7 is 5 times x, which is the value of 7, plus 10. So that gives me 35 plus 10. So that gives me 45. So this is 45 degrees, and that was angle 7. So all my acute angle measurements, I know 7 and 6 are vertical, so they're congruent. I know 6 and 3 are alternate interior. 3 and 2 are also vertical. There's all kind of ways to determine. So 2, 3, 6, and 7. So 2, 3, 6, and 7. So then we know that 1 and 2 are a linear pair. They're supplementary. So all the obtuse angles are going to be 180 minus the 45. So that's going to be what, 135? So all the obtuse ones will be 135 degrees. Oops. So 135. Okay, let's look at our next problem. So this time we are given angle 3 and angle 6. They are alternate interior. So angle 3 and angle 6 are alternate interior angles. Therefore, angle 3 and angle 6 are congruent. Angle 3 is 6x minus 23. Angle 6 is 2x minus 7. So we are going to subtract our 2x. We're going to add 23. So 3 goes away, so that's 16 divided by 4. So my x value equals 4. So I'm just going to take angle 3, 6 times 4 minus 23. And so that gives me 24 minus 23. So that gives me 1. That's kind of weird, but it is what it is. So let's so that was angle 3, so 1 degrees. So 2 would also be 1 degrees. And then we have 6 is 1, and so is 7. So 2, 3, 6, and 7. So then the other ones are supplementary to that. So we get 179. So again, you can never take a diagram and assume it's written to scale. This is definitely not. So we just go on the math, don't go on the picture. Okay, this time we have a little bit different. We have a linear pair, 2 and 4. You can see they're not congruent, but instead they're supplementary. They are a linear pair. So angle 2 and angle 4 are supplementary angles. So that means angle 2 plus angle 4 equals 180 degrees. So this is a different relationship. So I'm going to say x plus 14 plus 4x minus 9 is equal to 180. So we're going to combine like terms. We're going to subtract out 5. Grab my little calculator. I do that. So that goes in 3 times, I think 37, but let's see. Oh, 35. See, good thing I checked that. Divided by 5, and x is 35. Okay, so this time we're going to take this expression, which is angle 2, and so we're going to say 35 plus 14 equals what? So when we add that together, we get 49. So that was angle 2. So angle 2 is 49 degrees. Angle 4, we could plug in 35 in for x, or we just know these are linear, they're supplementary, so we can just say 180 minus 49. So if that were 50, that would be 130. So 131. Again, check myself. 131. Okay, so what this means is all the obtuse angles, which are 1 and 4, as well as 5 and 8, they are all congruent to each other. And then all my acute angles are all 49. And our x value was 35. So let's label it in the diagram. And then our acute one was what? 49 degrees. Don't forget your unit. Okay. So let's see what we have here. We have angle 1 and angle 5. They are actually congruent because they are corresponding. So angle 1 and angle 5 are corresponding angles. Therefore, angle 1 is congruent to angle 5. And so we can set those equal to each other. 8x minus 7 is equal to 9x minus 28. I'm going to subtract out my smaller x value first. I'm going to add 28. So x is 21. So let's see angle 1. These are equal to each other. So my obtuse angle is going to be 8 times 21 minus 7. So 161. So that was angle 1. So all my obtuse angles, as you notice in all these, 4 angles are obtuse, 4 are acute. That'll always be unless our transversal is perpendicular, then everything's 90. Okay, so that's 1 and 4, 5 and 8. Then we'll subtract out. Okay, if this was 160, that would be a quick 20. So 19 So all of the acute measurements are 19. Again, it's not drawn to scale. Never assume that your drawing is to scale. Okie doke. Let's see, we have our interior linear pair. They're not the same side, interior pair. They are linear, they are supplementary. So angle 4 and angle 6 are same side interior angles. Therefore, angle 4 and angle 6 are supplementary angles. Therefore, we can have our equation. Angle 4, the measurement of angle 4 plus the measurement of angle 6 is, I shouldn't say congruent. Let's erase that. Okay, so let's substitute in 4x minus 7 plus x plus 12 is equal to 180. We're going to combine 5x plus 5 equals 180. I think this is the same one we did earlier. And so we get 35. Well, I'm not going to say degree. It is not degrees there. It's just a value. Now we're going to find the degree by plugging in. So I'm just going to plug into 6. Angle 6 is 35 plus 12. So angle 6 equals 47 degrees. So we can say, so that was angle 6. So all, whoops, my goodness. I was about to write 46 for angle 6. Okay, so 47 degrees are all my acute measurements. And then our obtuse ones, subtract that out. I believe it's going to be 133. Just to make sure. Okay, now let's go into our triangle problems.